So I'm gonna start with the last video. Well, I think the last video is that I uploaded. I was talking about books. When I tell you the taste in books that are much 180 within the past year, and I want to give a shout out to Demon Stream for that, because once I read that book, I ain't been back since. I talk about this book to this day. If anybody asks me for a recommendation, I am recommending that book. That was the best 750 pages I've ever read. I have not read it again since I read it the first time. I really feel like I'm gonna read it again soon, because that book is just chef kiss. I'm just like, Smoke. Come on now. If you read it, you know Smoke was the best character. But yeah, as far as my taste in books, it's very much has flipped as far as reading, as far as like urban fiction. I'm just like, if it ain't got no little shootout, I don't think I really want to read it like that. I was like, man, I didn't know I was very much a urban fiction type of girl until I really started getting into it. But I very much am. I've read some really good books within the past year. Heck, I read some really good books the past 2 years. But as far as like me getting into more into urban fiction and contemporary romance and dark romance, I never thought I was gonna be into dark romance. I really was surprised when I got into dark romance. When I read like Masterpiece Filth King, I was like, oh, I like dark. Okay. So I am still dabbling in that. So if you have any recommendations for dark romance, especially, please leave them down below, because I'm very new to dark romance and I will take any recommendations as far as that. And as far as some of my favorite author that came about, Jacquel J. If you are in the book community and you have not heard of Jacquel J, I'm gonna need you to get on social media. I'm gonna need you to get in the Facebook group. I'm gonna need you to get on TikTok. I'm gonna need you to get on Kindle Unlimited, especially. I'm gonna need you to start with Capone, and that's all it's gonna take. Because when you start with Capone, you're not putting that book down. You gonna eat it up real quick. But yeah, Jacquel J, that has became like my favorite author. Like, I have not been able to see her in person yet, but hopefully I get to see her in person next year. Hopefully I'm able to get some books next time she does a restock, because baby, getting a book from Jacquel J's website is the Hunger Games. Like, for real. Like, it's like getting shoes off Nike. Baby, you gotta be quick. Honestly, you gotta be quick with any of these authors' websites as far as ordering books, because they sell out fast. And I have not been a physical book person in forever. Honestly, I really can't tell you the last book I read physically. The last book I remember buying physically was like This Could Be Us when it came out, because it came out in March. I do remember that, around my birthday. And I went to Barnes & Noble and bought that book. And I don't think I bought a physical copy of a book since. And it's sad because I ended up getting a Kindle. I ended up getting a Kindle last year. And it was around the same time I got that book for my birthday. And I got that Kindle, and I haven't read a physical copy of a book since. Literally. I haven't read a physical copy. I can't do it. Physical copies are just not for me. Physical copies are just to go on my bookshelf at this point, if I decide to buy any more. Which I haven't bought a physical copy since last year, which is crazy to me, because it's so many like physical copy books that I do want, but I just haven't bought any yet. But yeah, me and my Kindle go together real bad, baby. first of all, I'm gonna read every day, cause Hulu's in a reading streak, not me. But yeah, I'm at a point where I read every day. That Kindle goes with me everywhere. You look in my purse, that Kindle is in my purse. But yeah, I'm just not a physical copy person anymore. Besides, if I want to buy one, which I plan on getting the Jacqueline J. Delgado series whenever she does restock. If I can box everybody out for it, but we'll see how that goes. But as far as that's what's been going on as far as me, my reading journey, what I've been reading lately. Some other good authors that I've been reading: Kimberly Brown, the Dillinger series. That was good. That was a good series. I would have to say Deuce was my favorite character. It's just something about that. What I guess you would say that's one of my favorite tropes is like, as far as
be nice.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
What would I say that is? Would it be considered a trope as far as... No, I don't think that's considered a trope. But some of my favorite tropes are... I love a good friends to lovers, enemies to lovers. I love a good arranged marriage. But if it's a series that has to do with a family, I'm going to eat it up. Now, the first series I read dealing with the family was Eisenberg Effect by Gray Huffington. I read that last year. And that was a really good series. As far as late pissing me off for the first two books. But other than that, it was a really good series. That's how I got into Gray Huffington. But there's a lot of authors out there. There's a lot of authors that I want to get into their catalog this year, because I've been reading a lot this year. Like, I've already read 100 plus books this year, and it is October. So I'm at a point where it's like, how many books I'm gonna end up reading? Because I've already hit my goal for the year as being 100 books. But as far as that, that's just been what's going on as far as what I've been reading lately. Also, what's been going on in my life lately. I'm in a new role at work. It's been going really well. It is very much different from what I've been used to. I've been in that role almost a year, so that's crazy. But yeah, that's also how long I've been away. But yeah, that's been going really well. Also, what's been going on in my life is a lot has changed. Scenery hasn't changed because I still haven't moved, but yeah, a lot has changed. I am engaged now. I got engaged back in July 4th to be exact. July 4th means a lot to my fiance, and when he told me the reason why he decided to propose on July 4th, I was like, okay. And I am not one of those girls who knew. I had no idea, to be honest. I feel like if I sit down and think about it, the signs were there. Did I see the signs? No, I did not. But yeah, I literally had no idea. He said that we were going to a party. He told me this months in advance. And I just was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I was very much oblivious. But in Maya's fashion, I very much did procrastinate. As far as him asking me, like, I want to match you. What color should we wear? Or like, we should match on the 4th. Okay. And I said yellow. And then I said orange. And then, of course, I procrastinated on finding the dress. And then he was like, how are you going to get your nails? And for a moment, it was like, you sure asked me a lot of questions, but that's not unlike him, especially asking about my nails, because he always asks about my nails. He asked about my nails today because they're not done. But yeah, as far as when I wanted to go get them done. So I was like, okay, but I didn't think anything of it as far as, yeah, we ended up going to a rooftop and he proposed, and I'm going to insert a video of that right now. call them. But yeah, there's my ring. And very much get you a man that listens also, because I wear silver jewelry, and I got silver. Yeah, get you a man that listens also. And but yeah, I literally had no idea, and it was very special to me because I had no idea. I never wanted to be one of those women who could tell that they were about to get proposed to. I literally had no idea, and I loved it. As far as wedding planning, we have started to talk about that. Yeah, that's the story of its own, because why are weddings so expensive? Baby, this is for a day. A day. The marriage is for a lifetime. But the wedding is a day. Y'all not hosting Beyonce with these prices. But yeah, why are wedding venues so expensive? Eloping looks real good to me. Honestly, I don't really know which one we're going to go with as of right now. We want to have a good details together by the end of the year, because we do want to get married in October of next year. As far as when people ask, that is what I give them. But also, yeah, don't be surprised if I change the date. But honestly, I would like to go with 10/17 because I really do like that date, for a few reasons. But if we change it, we change it. But also, yeah, we are starting to look into that. We're starting to talk about honeymoon ideas and where we want to go. We had somewhere in place, but yeah, that didn't work out. After we find they don't do all inclusive, and I was like, yeah, that's non-negotiable for us. But yeah, we're also working on moving next year. But we have time for it because we want to be moving to the summertime. But yeah, a lot's gonna be going on for me next year. A lot is going to be going on. I am also thinking about going back to school sometime next year. I'm debating about if I want to wait until we get married, then start back school, or do I want to start back in August. So that's a lot to be thinking about, and I have been thinking about it. I feel like the signs are there. I've been really getting this push and been talking to God about it, about if I wanted to go back to school. I feel like it's really been heavy on my heart, and I made my decision to go back, and I just don't know exactly when. I feel like if I continue to work on the perfect time to go back, then I'm going to continue to procrastinate about going back. But I really like what I do, and just to further my education in it so that I can take on new roles and be able to excel in those new roles and be able to move around if I choose be, because we've also talked about maybe in a few years moving out of the city. We've never lived out of the city, me or him. We've had family members that have moved away and siblings that have moved away, and I always said that I didn't see myself living here forever, and he has too. So that is something for us to continue to think about, of where do we see ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years and stuff like that. But right now we're just in a season of growing right now, growing individually, growing together, and that has really what's been going on with me. As far as me present, I am just physically working on myself. I have had like a back issue. Like, I've had a back issue for a lot of this year, and right now in my journey I am basically working on healing myself, healing my back, feeling okay, and we've both talked about, as in going into our marriage, feeling good mentally, physically, spiritually, for each other and for ourselves individually, and we are taking the time to work on it right now. And yeah, that's what's been going on. As far as also with wedding details, I have no idea as far as themes or dresses and stuff. Have I looked at dresses? Absolutely not. Now, the ladies have kind of put a little fear in me because they was like, oh, you need to start looking at dresses now. You need, it's a year mark, and, it's going to take time to come in. You need alterations. And I am very much procrastinator, as I have said. So, I do know I need to get the ball rolling on it. Honestly, I don't have anything but a date and colors in mind. So, if anybody has one recommendations to any words for us as far as into this journey of planning, and as far as that, because I feel like in today's age, courthouse weddings are very much popular, and I am not against having one. But yeah, you guys, that's just what's been going on with me. That's just an update about my life and what's going to be going on in the future. And I promise I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better of uploading. I'm going to get on my Zoom this year. Well, the year's almost over, but still, I'm going to get on my Zoom. I'm going to do better, as far as uploading videos and, doing some weekly vlogs and my reading wrap-ups and stuff like that. I'm gonna do better. So y'all hold me to that, okay? So, and yeah, y'all hold me to that. So I see you guys later to the next video. Peace.